Well, good morning and welcome back to Balfour Farm. I'm just headed out to check on all the critters. We've got an early start today, so it is going to be incredibly hot today. It's supposed to be over 100 degrees, which is, nobody here likes that. All right, so the calves and the pigs all look good, so we're going to head out, go get the cows brought up. So we're actually going to keep the cows up by the barn today, and where it's shady, we're going to feed them some hay rather than put them out on pasture where there's no shade or very little shade. Close. Ready to go get the cows? Let's go get the cows. Oh, it's awfully warm out already. It's 6:30 in the morning. I think it's over 80 degrees already, or awfully close to 80 anyway. You like being in the shade, don't you, buddy, huh? Yeah. We're gonna have to get your doggy pool out today, huh? Put your pool out today? All right. So every animal on the farm at the moment has automatic waterers. All the pigs and chickens and the cows, obviously. So they'll have plenty to drink, but we're gonna have to get out and put a few fans on. We don't normally run a fan in the chicken coop, but I'm gonna put one in there today. Pig barn has had a fan since the last great flood of the pig barn. We're still struggling trying to dry that out. And then we're gonna leave the cows up here in the shade. We'll feed them some hay. I think they'll like it, and the water tank is right there. They don't have to walk far to get it, so try and keep them as cool and comfortable as possible. It's so hot today, we have to put fans on everything. I just checked the oil and the coolant in the generator. I have a fan running on that, and I have a fan running in our battery room. Everything is hot today. Well, it's not too bad in here at the moment. We're gonna make some solar power today, I can tell ya. Be plenty of sun. So we're actually running on the generator at the moment, which we do for milking. So our solar panels pump out a lot of electricity on days like today. It's gonna be perfectly clear, really sunny. Unfortunately, we're gonna use even more power than they're producing. These really hot days, when it's super sunny, really hot, we produce a lot of power, but the trouble is with the demand of all the fans that we run, the cooling, the extra load on the cooling, not only the milk tank, the walk-in coolers, the freezers, the hotter it is, the more they run, obviously. We're gonna have a lack of power today, even though we're probably gonna make the most amount of power today that we'll make all year. All right, so even though it's gonna be a hot day today, we've got a lot to do. I cut hay all last night. I spent probably about 4 hours just mowing one field, and I need to get out and finish it up this morning. I think the cows realize it's early. They're making me go get them. Come on, foolish. Get up, girl. Let's go, Hilda. Come on, get up. Let's go. It's milking time. Come on, get up to the barn. Let's go. They all just want to lay here in the shade. Can't say I blame them. I'd probably do the same if I had the choice. Come on, girl. Let's go. Come on, get out of the tree there. Come on, goober. Let's go. Come on, get up. So the pigs have made a terrible mess here with their water in here. They like to bite onto it, kind of gets water everywhere, and then they roll in it because they like the mud. It looks really bad, but we'll fix that on another day. We're gonna let them keep, they seem pretty cool and content in there. I do have the big fan on also for him, but he's all set. I'm gonna head off and go finish mowing some hay that I started yesterday or late last night. Got about 20 acres or so down, and I have about another 8 to go in this field. All right, well, I just got out to the field here. I'll show you what I was up to last night. It was a late night, but it was well worth it. Hear that? The hay dried almost completely overnight. It was really hot yesterday also, and then today it's got to be almost 100 degrees. I'll easily be able to bale this probably tomorrow, I'm guessing. We'll rake it up tomorrow and then have it baled and off the field here. Got a small piece up there. It's a small piece around the corner and this really tiny piece here. So we're going to get it cleaned up and clean up all the edges also. So it's probably only a couple hours worth of mowing here, I'm hoping. These small pieces sometimes are more time consuming than you would think, so I'm gonna get this done real quick and then I need to get back to the house. I have some work on the baler that I need to do in order to use it tomorrow. It's got a few issues. All right, just got done. Finished mowing up here. I got all these little pieces all clipped up. I just have one thing left to do now, and that's to drive around the outside of the field. It's the back cut is what I call it, but anyway, you head in the opposite direction that you mow in with the mower out against the wood line and clips right up to the woods. You'll get to see how big this field actually is though, because I have to drive around and do the entire perimeter now. Air conditioning is awfully nice. Anyway, let's go for a ride and show you this field. All right, well, there we go. We're officially all done. Just got to get back and fix the baler now. I think I need to run up to the hardware store and get a few bolts. I'm going to try and get that put together this afternoon. And then tomorrow, the plan is to rake all this and round bale it. So there's quite a bit here. All right, well, I'm back from the hardware store. I think I have all the parts that I need to fix the baler here. So I'll show you what we're up to and what we need to get done. So the first thing is pretty obvious, I think. It's this belt here has got a twist in it. I need to try and take the pressure off it, untwist that belt, get it straightened out. And then I have two belts here that are actually straight and they need a twist. There is a twist somewhere inside the baler, but they're supposed to have the twist right here. So these belts could kind of they kind of look similar to like that maybe when they're in the right position. So we need to get that straightened out. Need to clean up and grease all the chains on here, and there's a few adjustments that I need to make here to get it ready to bale. On this side there is supposed to be shear pins in here, which are missing, broken and missing. So that's what I actually went to the hardware store for, to pick up new shear pins for this. I've also got a small hydraulic leak on this, which I don't know if I'll be able to fix it, but I'm going to give it a try. It's in a terrible spot to get to, so I'll dig into it a little bit. If it's too much, then we'll just let it, it's just a small drip. We'll let it go, but I need to have this all ready to go for tomorrow morning. I have that big field of all that hay that needs to be baled tomorrow, so this has to get fixed tonight. We're going to need to use it first thing in the morning. All right, well, I've parked here next to my shop. It's the only shady spot I could find to work on it. It is brutally hot. So I think the first thing I'm going to try and do is get those belts straightened out, situated, get them where I want them to be. In order to get the belt straightened out, I need to take the tension off here. So I need to open this up. It's got a safety device where you prop it open. This red thing here is a safety, keeps me from getting smushed inside the baler. You can only close so far. This roller here, the two of them, actually work as a belt tensioner. So I think in the past what I've done is I've wrapped a ratchet strap around that and then hoisted it up in the air to get the tension off. Those belt lacings don't look very good on that bale either. Well, the good news is I got the tension off the belts. I didn't video it. It was a little sketchy, so I climbed up on top of the baler, and I'll show you what I did there. But I put a ratchet strap around the tensioner arm so that I can hold it up, and it worked. Got the tension off. The only other problem is now is my little leak that I had turned into a much larger leak. Definitely going to have to do something about that now. It's was a slow drip. Oil is coming from in here. Oh, I fixed this once before and it wasn't very, remember, it wasn't a lot of fun. We'll get to that after I get the belts done. So what I did here was I actually just ran a ratchet strap down around there, hooked it up with it wide open, tensioned it as much as I possibly could, and then released the end gate. So started to close it. This won't move. The end gate does. And, oh, there's my twist in the belt. This one is how I want it to look, although it needs to be on the front of the baler. This twist needs to go away completely. It still seems to be tight though. Come on. Oh, it's jammed in there. Alright, so I got one of the belts straightened out, the big one. I can't get the other two to come around yet. I'm not going to put any more time into those until I get this hydraulic leak fixed. If I can't fix the hydraulic leak, it doesn't matter what the belts are. I won't be able to bail. So this here right now is just pouring out. So I'm going to take it apart, see what's wrong with it. I have a pretty good idea. I fixed it once before. I had to weld it. It was all rusted. Alright, well that took a significant amount of work. Got every single wrench I think I own. That's a metric one out here. And then I just went through one after another. It was every size you could possibly imagine on here, from 12 millimeter all the way up to a 19. So there it is. This is the valve, and right here, I don't know how well it shows up. So this is a steel cap into an aluminum housing. And then this has rusted out in the past. I welded it, and it looks to have another hole. So I'm going to clean it up, weld it up a little bit more again. I welded that. That was probably at least 4 or 5 years ago. So it wasn't too bad. hopefully mission accomplished. So what I did was I cleaned out and filled. There was a big rotted spot in there. Had like a, that's where it's leaking. Hopefully this holds. So cleaned it off, filled the gap, smoothed it off. Find out. Put some hydraulic pressure to it. This one here is not terribly far behind. That one's not leaking yet though, so we're going to leave that one for now. I don't want to create a leak. Too many wrenches to pick from. All right, I really hope this works. So 4 or 5 years ago when I fixed this last time, the part cost $1,000. And I called the other day to find out how much it was. And now it's $2,500 for the same part through the same dealer, through our local Vermeer dealer. So it's worth taking the time to try and fix it. I really hope it works because I have to use it tomorrow. All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna back this up here so it's not over the oily spot. Start it up and see if we have any leaks. I am far from a welder, so not entirely confident this is gonna fix it, but we'll see. All right, take 2. Did some more welding on it. Didn't bolt it back in because I want to be able to see where it's leaking from. Hopefully it doesn't leak, but we'll see. So I spent quite a bit of time last night working on the round baler. I welded and welded and welded on it. It's hard to fix a hydraulic leak on rusty metal. I'm hoping I got it. Finally quit when it got really dark and late, working on trying to weld up the hydraulic leak. I have done it in the past and it worked out. This time it did not work out. So every time the metal was so thin that every time I weld one leak, another one would start. I got it down to the point where it was just a trickle, and then I decided to try and put some epoxy on. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll see. So like you would have seen the rusty cap there, I kept welding. There's another one underneath there. I welded it and welded it. And every time, like I said, every time I weld it, there'd be another leak would spring up. So what I wound up doing is I put some 2-part epoxy over it. It was just barely a little trickle coming out of here, but it's still more than you'd like to see. So I'm hoping this takes care of it. I'm going to put it back together this morning, and it's going to have to be good enough. So I've still got some shear pins to put in. Need to fill it with twine and give it one more greasing, and we should be ready to bale some hay today. So we've got some extra help today. So Lauren is going to be doing all the milking and chores on her own, and I'm going to steal Andrew, and he's going to rake hay, and I'm going to bale right behind him. The hay is ready to bale for sure. All right, well, here we go. I've got the baler here, and Andrew's right behind me with a tractor. I've left the hay rake over in the hay field, so I'm going to go get him set up. This will be his first time ever raking hay, so it should be interesting. There it is, Andrew's first day out raking. I spent, probably 20 minutes explaining how to do it, and he's got it down perfectly. So I'm just going to sit here for a few minutes and let Andrew get a good head start. I want him to have several rows ahead raked up before I start baling. That way I won't catch up with him. And I hope the baler goes okay. Last time out with this baler, I had all sorts of issues other than just the hydraulic leak. We had the belt problem, the shear pins, the pickup head wasn't working. Anyway, I'm hoping it works and gets us through today. We have another baler coming out in 2 days, so it'll be something new and different to try out and see if I like it or not. But here he comes again. We've got a ton of hay. I think there's 20, just talked to the landowner actually, Charlie, and I think it's 26 to 28 acres all total between the two fields here. And we've mowed the entire thing. Right or wrong, we mowed it all. All right, just made the first bale, actually first bale and a half since, oh, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So this here is the, I'm gonna have to wrap them. I don't think they're as dry as they should be. I didn't have the gate closed, and I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's a little partial bale, so if the gate, hydraulic end gate's not completely shut, as the bale forms, it actually pops open. And that's what happened down there. This is a good bale though. Nice and tight. Oh, jeez. That is going to be one heavy bale. That is jam-packed. Right, so far things are going okay. The baler is actually doing good. Chasing Andrew around the hayfield here, so I have him raking just before me. Well, I say just before. He's a long way ahead of me. It's going to be a lot of feed here. All right, I just got done, along with Andrew's help, hauling back all the hay to the farm, and I've had a slight change of plans. Originally, I had planned on wrapping all this hay. It's dry hay, but I wanted to wrap it to keep it out of the weather. We've got a shed, sawdust shed, full of hay. There is, I think, about 62 bales roughly in there, give or take. I kind of lost count. So that's going to keep all the hay out of the weather. At some point here, probably in the next week or two, I'll pick a few dry days and we'll pull it out of there. It won't be much fun, but we'll wrap all that hay to keep it outside because it can't stay in the sawdust shed. We don't use the sawdust shed in the summertime, so it's not a big deal, but it's going to need to be empty for the fall. So I only had one wagon load here that wouldn't fit in the shed. So we're going to take this up and I'm going to park it in the cow barn and leave it there. I can leave it there until things dry out and I have time to wrap it. So I'm going to head back up to the barn now and park this for the night. All right, well, there we go. All the hay is officially undercover. Won't get rained on. I can take care of it. Monday, I think, is the next day where it's going to be sunny, so I can hear a baby blatting. So we're going to go feed the calves now. All right, I thought I should show you real quick here. This is the baler that got dropped off from John Deere earlier today. And we're gonna try it out hopefully next week. We need a few days of sunshine where it's gonna dry out. This is a used baler and it's enormous. A pickup head. This thing makes our old baler look just tiny. I'm not entirely sure it's gonna be a good fit for the farm, but we're gonna try it next week. The salesman's gonna come out. We're going to hook it up to the tractor and try and go out and bale some hay and see how it does and see if we like it or not. Boy, it's big. So it's a 450M and it's got the mega wide head, which is the really large pickup head on it, which is really nice. I think that would be great. It does the silage bales, does net wrap, which our baler doesn't do at the moment, or this can do twine. It's been used, so We're going to have to run it and see how it goes. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we're doing here on the farm, which hopefully will be running that baler, and we will see you next time.